To start this video off, I wanted to actually talk about the Montreal Canadiens and why they win games. And I've been harping on this for a while. And the Montreal Canadiens have lost a number of games before they beat Toronto. But I wanted you to draw your attention to how they got out of the losing streak. And they got out of the losing streak because they are a quick team. It's interesting. I understand that they're a fast team, but I don't know if the Habs are just really fast or the Leafs are just really slow or they just stand still. But that last Leafs-Habs game was unbelievable, man. They were skating all over Toronto. I was like, this is just different classes of teams. Really, really embarrassing stuff for the Leafs. And honestly, this is how the Habs are going to have to pull out of it. I'm really, really glad that they're continuing to play the way that makes them successful. Now, they're going to have to get better in certain areas defensively and whatnot, but we love to see that. But we have information on signings and rumors and signing rumors in this video. But welcome back to Pixel Plus Hockey. If you could make sure to hit that subscribe button, it would be so greatly appreciated. And thank you so much to those that are already supporting me as well. It is very humbling. But the Montreal Canadiens make a obvious and no-brainer move in bringing in Alexander Texier, and this just makes a ton of sense. He's from France, interestingly enough, but this is a young player, 6'1". I'm surprised that the St. Louis Blues just completely tossed this player out because he has such interesting statistics overall. I mean, second-round picked 45th overall in 2017, only 26, and if you look at his historical numbers, he actually has quite a bit of potential. I mean, we're looking at a player that had a point-per-game season in 2018-2019 in only 7 games, I understand that. He hasn't played a lot in the American Hockey League, but in 2023 and 2024, he scored 30 points, 12 goals in 78 games. That is excellent numbers. Obviously, I guess he wasn't giving the St. Louis Blues what they wanted, but for me, this is just an absolute no-brainer move by them. Now, when I talk about certain moves on this channel, I always will talk about it in a cost-benefit analysis, right? So there's always some level of risk that a team is taking on. You know how the Calgary Flames took on, Jonathan Huberdeau, and he just ended up being terrible for them, right? When you sign a player long-term to big bucks, it really can be risky for your organization. This is what I call a no-risk move. He's only getting about $1.1 million, I believe. I'll put it up on the screen right now. That is not a lot, and at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I think that this player will add to their forward group, and he'll be surrounded by a lot of talent. Obviously, a lot of skating talent, a lot of scoring talent. This should definitely be successful for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I know some people might say, well, maybe he won't, mesh well with the team or, whatever, but I don't know, man. I just think that this is a no-brainer move in my opinion. Also, to be fair to Texier, he does have a little bit of versatility as well. He has the ability to play a little bit of center. I definitely do not look at Texier as like a long-term centerman. In my opinion, I even if he has played the role before, I look at him as more of... I would like him on the left wing, in my opinion. I think that's where he fits very well. But he does have the ability to play there. So again, all in all, just an excellent move in my opinion. Question of the video, what do you guys think about the Texier trade? Do you like it? Do you think they should have not done it? Do you think it will make absolutely no difference? I'll drop it below, guys. I want to know what you guys think about this. Now, to shift gears, I wanted for a couple of minutes to talk about Mike Matheson, and, I mean, frankly, he's having a good season. Like, I was watching him against the Leafs, and, man, I think he looked really, really good, and I don't know, man, he's just having a hell of a season. We got 14 points in 21 games. Now, I've said it before about Matheson that I think that this is a player that the Montreal Canadiens should squeeze, and what I mean by that is he definitely wants to stick around, right? Like, he was born around there. He's a French speaker. He clearly is motivated to stay around there. I'm telling you right now, they have gotten a lot of good deals from contracts, so why not continue that with a player that might want to stick around? But we have differing opinions on this, and this is a very interesting quote right here. Quote, "If you wait until June to sign Mike Matheson, good luck, he's gone." Close quote. This is from Renaud Lavoie. Now, I think that might not. I actually disagree with Lavoie here. I think here's the thing: if a player is motivated to stick around, they will stick around, right? Like if a player is born around there, right, and they live right, like the same thing as John Tavares or other players that play for other teams that like want to and are motivated to stay around their home, especially as they age, right? Like if players get a little bit older, into their 30s, they're not as willing to want to move. So why not squeeze him right now? That would be my opinion. Right now, Mike Matheson is on pace for 54 points, which is second to his career high. Let's not forget in 23-24, he had 11 goals, 51-6, and 62 points. Just an excellent, excellent offensive season. And he is keeping relative pace with that right now. Now, it's weird. Players always tend to have contract years in their contract because they want to get paid. Interestingly enough, what do you guys think that he will get paid? I would try to keep him around 5. I know, there's going to be a lot of people that say, oh no, he's not going to stay around 5. That's what I would do personally, because I don't know, man. I just look at this player as a player that you can get great value off of. Although, to be fair, it does hold risk because this is a player that plays a lot of minutes for the Montreal Canadiens. Like, he plays like 24 minutes. I looked at his minutes and I was like, I knew he played a lot for them, but he plays a crazy amount. And if you lose this player, that would be a definite negative to the Montreal Canadiens, no doubt about it. This is a really interesting quote that I found in this article. His point being that with the kind of start Matheson is having, he could cash out in free agency market next summer, as some teams will certainly offer him at least $7 million per year, close quote. I would not be willing to offer him $7 million. Again, the one thing I've been impressed with the Montreal Canadiens, they are team first. If you got Lane Hudson that's willing to sign for what he did, you got Nick Suzuki, who yes didn't sign with this management, but whatever, that are willing to sign for what they did, why can't you squeeze Mike Matheson, in my opinion? We have another close quote, interesting quote, my apologies. Right now, Mike Matheson earns $4.5 million, which is a real bargain considering his importance to the Canadiens since the beginning of the season, close quote. So again, you have to continue that bargain though. I always say this, you need players to outperform their contracts, okay? If they don't outperform their contracts, you're just going to be an average team. And this is what is impressing me so much about the Montreal Canadiens, is you're looking at guys that are signing contracts and you're saying, that guy's going to outperform that contract. That guy's going to outperform that contract. Look at Noah Dobson. You got the Nick Suzuki. You got Cole Caulfield. All of these guys, I personally think, are going to outperform their contracts. If you have that many players in your organization outperforming their contracts, you're going to be a good team. It's just bound to be that you're going to be a good team. Now, I think that this is still a bit of a growth year for the Montreal Canadiens. I think they're still going to make the playoffs, although some disagree with me on that, but we shall have to see. Anyways, guys, I am going to leave the video there. If you can make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, guys, and make sure to have a great day. Goodbye, guys.